Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Real Madrid have destroyed Manchester City at the Bernabeu 3-1 on the night and 6-3 on aggregate, and tonight was only about 1%. It was Kylian Mbappe. This is the type of performance why Real Madrid brought him to the Bernabeu, why Florentino Perez wanted him, why he was after him for the last 2-3 years. This is what he can do, and I mean he was simply exceptional tonight. Manchester City did not have any answer to the question that was Kylian Mbappe, and he had his fun. And I mean he did not defeat them, he mocked them. He played with their emotions, the way that he was the way that he was celebrating after scoring each goal, and the way that he was laughing at the defenders, especially after that second goal. I mean that he enjoyed that night, and of course every Real Madrid fan enjoyed that night. After what Manchester City did last weekend, the fans with all the tifos and everything. Last week it was Vini Jr., and this week it was Kylian Mbappe, and Manchester City have been absolutely trashed. Their season keeps getting from bad to worse, and now I think it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. They really don't know what to do. The way that they conceded tonight's goal, I mean it was so easy. That first goal, one long ball right from the right back, one long ball from him, and the ball comes directly to Kylian Mbappe. Two defenders, they cannot really do anything with them. He lobs both of them. He lobs the goalkeeper as well, and it becomes 1-0 inside 5 minutes. 3 minutes later, another same Tchouameni does exactly like that, but this time Ederson is able to make the save. Otherwise it would have been a 2-0 inside 10 minutes. It was so easy for Real Madrid to carve over Manchester City defense and let Kylian Mbappe give the ball to Kylian Mbappe and let him have his fun. That for that second goal, Vini Jr. comes on from the right hand side, makes the cross, and the way that Rodrigo and Mbappe play with Manchester City defenders, it was so easy. It looked like they were playing against young boys. They were playing against school kids, because the City defense, they had no idea how to contain Mbappe. It was in a way it was quite horrific to watch. If you were a City fan, it becomes a 2-0 quite easily, and then he mocks the City players, and basically looks at it and like he's laughing at them that you don't know what I'm doing with you. This is my yard, and I'm gonna humiliate you, and he literally humiliated them. And we go into the second the third half, and then Mbappe again for that third goal, and it was again it's so easy. The ball comes to him, there's nobody trying to get too close to him, nobody closing him down, nobody trying to make a tackle to him, nobody trying to block his shot, and he easily takes the third shot, gets his third goal, scores his hat trick. It becomes a 3-0 on the night. It becomes a 6-2 on aggregate, and up until now Manchester City were never really in that game. It never looked like that they were going to score. It was all a Real Madrid. They basically had fun. Like in their mind, Real Madrid had already won even after the first leg. I think sometimes a team is already defeated before even the game is started, and I think that it was the case with Manchester City. What happened last week, the way that they capitulated in the first leg in their home tie, I think that was still on their minds, and I think that just continued. They could not recover from that, and it showed tonight, and how easy it was for Real Madrid to play around them. It was really bad for Manchester City, and it was really great for Real Madrid. They could have easily scored 4 or 5 goals in that game. Vini came close a couple of times. Ederson had to make a couple of good saves. Manchester City got a goal back courtesy of Omar Marmoush, but it was a consolation goal, a rebound from the free kick, and Marmoush scores. His goal scoring run continues, a hat-trick over the weekend, and now he scores in the Champions League as well. But as I said, it doesn't really matter. You go out 6-3 in the Champions League against Real Madrid. It is embarrassing for Manchester City. It doesn't matter how much of a bad season you are having, you cannot lose with such a big score line against Real Madrid in a as the champions of England in a competition like that. It was really embarrassing for Manchester City, and it was basically like it just felt like after the 78th minute in the first leg, from that until tonight's entirely, Manchester City were not in the game. It felt like a continuation of that game, and Manchester City were not in that game. It felt like Real Madrid were playing with kids tonight, especially tonight. Like they just had their fun. They just kept the ball around, and they toyed with Manchester City, and they let City have the ball. They let them have the possession. And, there were moments of the game where you could literally see the fans, the players, they just laughing at Manchester City that have the ball, try to to do something. It's like literally egging them on, try to score against us. And Manchester City had no idea, to go ahead and do something. It felt like they did not have any brains. It felt like they were brainless. Nothing was working for them. I think that they had one good chance with Bernardo Silva shooting wide. I think that's the only thing that I remember where I would say like maybe they could have done something. And then Marmoush scores that goal. Apart from that, nothing really from City. And Madrid had a great night tonight, and they qualify. It is going to be quite interesting to see who Real Madrid play in the next round. The draw is going to be on a Friday, so that is going to be an interesting thing. I keep on saying that Real Madrid, they are picking at the right time. They have lost their top spot in La Liga to Barcelona. The last couple of games have not gone their way, and that they have dropped their last spot. But for the Champions League, they are literally peaking at the right time. In the way that they have defeated Manchester City, of course, all the other teams are gonna be on. And notice it's Real Madrid, it's Champions League. You always have to be on notice, especially when it comes to Real Madrid and Champions League. It is going to be quite an interesting round of 16, to be very honest with you. And as I said, all the teams are gonna wish that they don't have to play Real Madrid. City, on the other hand, I just don't know what their season is is gonna entail. Now they are out of the Carabao Cup. They are out of the title race. They are out of the FA Cup. They're not out of the FA Cup. They're still in the FA Cup. There's a chance. They were almost out of the FA Cup, and now they're out of the Champions League as well. So for Manchester City, it is just the FA Cup where they can win a trophy, and they basically have to qualify for a top 4. That is the top 5 basically, because England are going to have 5 teams in the Champions League next season. So that is their basically the goal of the season remaining, and that is not a goal that you would have want as a City fan, and nobody would have expected. As an Arsenal fan, I really did not think that this was going to happen to Manchester City. So it is quite interesting to see. They have a big game, a massive game on the weekend against Liverpool. They are going away to Anfield, and I really think it could be a bloodbath against Manchester City. Liverpool, they have dropped points tonight as well, so they are going to be looking to regain control. And I think, unfortunately for Pep Guardiola, it could turn out to be a big nasty game for them. I would not be surprised if Liverpool take out all the anger from tonight's game to Manchester City. They have already, they've traveled away to Madrid. They have to go back and all of that stuff. I think it could turn out to be a very ugly game. City would hope it is not like that, but things are not looking really good for City. For Madrid, they themselves have to play a big game to get control back of La Liga, which they have given to Barcelona yet again. Interesting title race for Real Madrid in Spain, and they're looking forward to the round of 16. For City, try to qualify for the top 4. For tonight, the night belonged to just one man, Kylian Mbappe, and that was some exceptional performance. So yeah, that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Real Madrid's performance. Do you what are your views? Do you think Real Madrid can again win the Champions League, or do you think we are going to have a new winner? And what about Manchester City? Do you really think they can qualify for the Champions League next season, or do you think that's not going to happen as well? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.